What is up, folks? NYK31 here, Madden 21. Get your man beaters out. Get your man beaters out. You're gonna need them. Man coverage is quite potent. And if you don't have an answer for it, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. The key to beating man coverage in this game is understanding what routes you need to put on the field that are useful and will allow you to take advantage of your guys in matchup situations. That's basically what man coverage boils down to. And what I'm going to do is just show you the type of routes you should have on the field. I'm not going to go through every concept in this playbook, but I'm going to show some plays that will show you the general idea that you need to have. Whether you're running the Arizona playbook or any other playbook in the game, just the kind of thought process you need to have. And I'm going to be demonstrating against the New England Patriots since they have the best secondary in the game. So the thing with man coverage, like I said, is making sure you're putting the right routes on the field. I'm going to show you a play that'll give you a basic idea of what you're looking at and what can be problematic. 94Y here. It's a combination 3-level flood to the right-hand side and a high-low to the left, and it can be useful against man coverage as well with that out route, that square in, and that whip route in theory. And what we'll see is what happens in practice. So I have DeAndre Hopkins in the slot here just to, demonstrate the point. So you have that over route there by Fitzgerald, the out route by Williams. You have a streak by Kirk there against cover 3. This would be a zone flooding concept between the streak, the out, and the speed route. But we're playing man coverage, so again, in man coverage, you generally want to run away from man. You want to run routes with tight cuts. So you're going to see here, it's pretty darn tight. I mean, you can make throws here, but you see it's pretty tight. I have DeAndre Hopkins in the slot here, and you see how, and he's one of the best receivers in the game, as we all know, arguably the best. If you look at his route running ratings, he has 95 short, 95 medium, 92 deep route, and 99 release. And he's going up against the nickel corner for the Pats. Jonathan Jones. 81 overall, he's fast, he's got good agility, he's a pretty darn good athlete. Good change of direction too at 89. He's got 83 man, 78 zone, 79 press. You see here, pretty tight coverage. I mean, you can throw that, but it's going to be a bang-bang play. You got space here to throw, but you see it's pretty darn tight. You can't really complain about the quality of coverage here. It's pretty darn good. So the airspace is a lot smaller than we're used to out of previous Maddens. You can throw that. Make sure your possession catch that. There's space there. So if you're going to be playing as man coverage and you're expecting acres of space consistently, you're sadly mistaken. Again, I'm throwing that on the cut and possession catching it. You see Hopkins there is having a really tough time separating on that whip route. That's against default man press. If they play over the top coverage, all over the top coverage does, they play a soft press technique. They don't get physical off the line. And you see there, again, that's really good coverage. There he smokes him pretty good. But you see that the coverage ain't bad. It ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. My hunch is it's not gonna stay like this, but for now it is like this, so you gotta deal with it. On that one, you wanna throw that on the cut and possession catch it. Now, you can make a play like this better. Well, let's see what happens if we drag him. Still really good coverage on him. I mean, he's right there with him. So if you want to make a play like that better, because you need more than 2 routes on the field to defeat man coverage. Otherwise, your opponent can just gang up on you. So the drag didn't really work. So what other answers do you have? We can replace that whip route there with an out route. And that's better. Again, that gives you a sharper cut. Or an in. You get separation there. So now you have 3 routes there to work with. A tight end out route you can hit. And I have linebackers in there too. I ran a quick slant there. Even that's covered very nicely. I mean, it's really sticky. But at least you have a couple more options there you can work with. You can also put the back on an out route here. And leave him in the backfield. Rack it and gain some yards. You have the tight end there with the possession catch. All right, let me put Hopkins back outside. Drag under, you have a corner post route on the outside. They tend to work better against off coverage, but against press you can still hit it. This is where you need to have a stud guy in there and you just throw it right on that cut. Corner out with a tight end. Wow, that's stripped. You have the square in there, but you see that square in is even then the coverage is darn good. It's not there's not just acres of space here. So you gotta time it and make those user possession catches. You know, Kirk's not getting open on that drag at all. But again, you know, just got to pay attention to what you got matchup-wise. But even then, I mean, look at how tight that drag is covered. Why shallow cross? You can still hit the intermediate to deep out. The tight end shallow cross you can hit a lot of the times. You also have that post route. I mean, Stephon Gilmore's going to play that tight. As you can see there. Like if I ran that with Mr. Hopkins. You can get it in there, but again, you know, they're sticking to this. They're playing so much better in those situations, as we've seen. Tight end. Ugh, an accurate throw. But again, the square end is the same timing as we've seen. So it's really about timing on the break and making those possession catches. Play action dagger. That post route is good against man coverage as well. Again, I have Christian Kirk out there running against Gilmore, so he's probably not going to get free. Get the same tight end drag that you can hit. You got the square in, the deep square in. Gilmore should cover this. Wow, Kirk came down with it. You saw how tight he was. Again, if that was D-Hop, he will more than likely beat his matchup unless you have a star player there. You know, Kirk's not going to make a living beating Stephon Gilmore on 50-50 balls. Now, Mesh, you're not going to hit that corner out against tight press man coverage. You can hit the out route. Got some space there for the shallow cross a little bit. I mean, that's not great. So how can we improve things here? The tight end there. The corner out, you're not going to be able to make a living off of. Especially with a guy like Gilmore there, because that'll happen. I mean, even with Hopkins, it's going to be tough. Like if I flip it. You know, he's still going to undercut that. So how can we make that better to give us another option? You can change him to a deep comeback, or you can deep out him also. One of the two. This is the deep comeback. You can hit that. Gilmore's, wow. that's tempting fate. You see how badly Larry Fitzgerald's is getting bullied there in the slot. Now the thing is, if you hit those a few times, people are going to do stuff like this. They're going to do coverage audibles and curl flat their safeties. So if I try to do the out route or the comeback, they're going to be cut off. Answer somewhere in the event people do that to you. You can run a play like angle smash. So we have the comeback and we have the corner route. But you also have an angle route at the back. See, that corner route gets good separation. And you also have the deep comeback. You also have the out by the tight end. And the angle route by the back. So if people do the curl flat thing against you, take away the corner and the deep comeback, you have the angle route and out route to the tight end. You can also do something like motion Hopkins like so. Out him. That way you have two levels there in the event that someone is curl flatting their safety to take away the corner routes. You know, something like a slot post angle. And you have 2 routes over the middle of the field that people have to account for. In addition to your comeback route and your deep out. Six, 8, 9 hook. What's nice about this that you kind of get a bit of a pick action on this route with the back coming out of the backfield. You got that same post route that we saw out of play action dagger, but it's being run by the inside receiver here, and it kind of creates a pick between the linebacker and the DB and allows you to hit the back for some quick yards. You also have that same square in and post route, but this time in the slot that we covered as well. Out and under out of pistol trips is another one. And that snag route, you just got to time it right. You also have that out and that skinny breaking post route. Throwing against man coverage is all about timing your throw on the break. You want to hit that right as he hits the break point, and he has the corner to his inside. Might have a press break there on the streak right now and then, depending on how you're being played. That would have been an easy shot here, but I want to show the snag route here. You can hit the ball's out right now. As soon as it gets there, you hit it right there. The corner is already too far inside, and you can possession catch that. And here's an example of why man coverage cannot stay like this. That's an outside linebacker keeping up with Christian Kirk in man coverage. I mean, look at this. 90-something speed, quick, route running in the low 80s, and look at how tightly he's being covered by an outside backer. That's insane. Finally, he beats him clean. So that's an example of why I don't think man coverage is going to remain this tight. And then you have the skinny post there, and Isabella gets inside and wins that bad boy. And you can shoot the back out here on an out route and rack that sucker as well. So you got some options there on this play also against man coverage. I'm gonna go to cluster. We're gonna go with this hook play here. And the options we have here, you have again that post route, you have a deep comeback, and this time the snag route goes to the outside first. You can hit him as he turns in. This time the corner is going to be on the outside of him, so you just hit him right as he breaks. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of fumbling around. I lost my audio for this portion of the video, so I had to re-record my commentary. Ideally, you'd want more than one route going over the middle of the field, so I have that slant route there, and I try to hit Fitzgerald. He has space there, he just didn't get the win that time. Again, you got a possession catch that sucker. The nice thing about cluster is that there's a 4 wide receiver package, so you can replace that tight end there with another wide receiver for a better athlete. And you see here he wins on that slant route. And then you have on the solo side, you have your deep comeback. I'm going to try to run that post there with Hopkins. You could also smart route that bad boy also. Hit him right there, nice and clean. And lastly, we're going to go back to 2x2, this curl wheel bad boy here. I liked this play last year also. You got that deep curl. You can shoot the speed out, or the speed route there to the back, and quickly beat the backer to the sideline. The wheel route, unfortunately, is not in play. Not much separation there, but you have that curl route there. Low pass it and make the possession catch. His stop route here to X. If we don't get sacked. Let's try that again. Again, you gotta be conscious of your timing. All about timing. Just rep timing. Just go into practice mode and just do like as many reps as you can, and making sure you get the timing consistent. And then you also have skinny post. So you got some nice answers here against man coverage with this play as well. Going to run the same post with Hopkins here. Would be really nice if that Wheeler got separation against man 1, but I haven't been able to get separation with a wheel route yet with anybody. So there you go. Those are some basic man coverage concepts and route ideas that you guys can use and try out, and I hope you have success with. Let me know how it goes, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.